alone in the game room with Lona Gamer Alex.
Alright, so, well, I'm still playing Endeavor Deep Sea because after looking at Mission 8 last night, I was like, I gotta play that mission because it looks so crazy. This mission here with the huge impact board. This is basically the final mission. The other two missions included with the game are considered bonus missions. Mission 9 and Mission 10. So the setup here for Mission 8 is that's called New Horizons. The Sea Star is refurbished and back in action. So we're continuing that story after we were able to recover the Sea Star. And new understanding gained from difficult recovery gives you unprecedented control over this mission's priorities, it says. Yeah, this mission actually it has the three goals that come with the mission. You can pick one or the other. They're like they have two different things that you can do per goal. So I thought that was interesting, and they're kind of overlapping. So this is not as difficult as Mission 1. And we were doing Mission 1 last night, discovering, because I've been playing Mission 1 like 4 times, how difficult that mission can actually be. Alright, so let's go through the setup and the goals here. Alright, I don't know where I was at. Let's see. Okay, we were talking about the mission description. We have unprecedented control over this mission's priorities, because we can choose to do one or the other per goal. And then it says when you place an impact token in the goal hex, immediately choose the scoring option for that goal. Oh, we also have options for the scoring. Are you serious? Let me see here. Where's the Oh, I see. There's goal 1, goal 2. Oh, what does that mean? Place the impact token in a slot there to indicate your choice. Any goal with an empty goal hex is not eligible for final scoring. Any goal with an empty goal hex. Oh, you start here and then you have to get to that goal, and that's the only time when your hex will count towards the goal. And wow. And each hex is worth what? It doesn't say. So I guess worth just 1 point. Oh, it is just 1 point. So then you need to get 25 total. So if we choose like this one, so there are 3 places that you can choose from. 1, 2, 3. So if you choose this one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It only takes 6 impact tokens to get to the goal, but you actually need 25 points as a solo player to be able to succeed in this for your impact board goal. So 25 points, but you have to make sure that you have 1 in there. So if you don't have 1 in the selected goal that you choose, when you first place your first impact token, then the score doesn't even count. So, okay, that's fine. This mission has 5 columns, so immediately we have the surface level columns, surface level tiles already. All of them are already revealed. And the way this was set up was we shuffled the C star with 4 random def 1 zones. So I already did that, shuffle them, and then just our luck actually. The C star was revealed. Maybe next time, when I do a setup, I'll include the actual placement of the board if it involves like randomization, because I got this as the final tile when I was laying out the surface zone here. And the reason why this is interesting is now it's not giving me a choice. So despite what it says about we having unprecedented control over this mission's priorities, for goal 1 we're stuck because goal 1, near or far, is the name of the goal, and we can either choose having 1 activation disk per zone in the C stars column and leftward where you have disk. So, and then the second one is far, the C stars column and rightward. So, but we're not given a choice here because if the choice has already been mandated to us, because now, which is kind of funny because it makes it easier because everything is going to count towards this goal, and we need to get 8 activation disk at the end of the game. So this should be easy for us to accomplish because our C star is actually on the rightmost column. So our choice here is going to be near because everything's on the left, and then on the column will count towards this goal. So that's going to be easier. The second goal is shallow or deep. Now this is where it gets interesting because now we can choose, and you have to choose one or the other. It didn't say that you have to choose immediately, but the assumption there is you have to, because you have to start planning immediately for it. What we'll probably do here is we're going to go with the shallow versus deep, because deep, even though, let's go one by one actually. For shallow, you must have an activation disk at depth 2 and 3. And then this, of course, can overlap near and far. So those 2 goals are actually overlapping. But the problem with going with the shallow, choosing shallow over deep, is you have to have 12 total activation disk here on row 2 or depth 2 and depth 3. So we have to have a total of 12. That means that while we're playing this mission, we need to make sure to avoid spending too much time on the surface zone. And then, but if we choose to go deeper, now even going deeper actually count towards near or far, because they want you to have a disk on the actual column or to the left. So that includes everything actually. Like I said, I mean, we got kind of lucky here when with the way that the tiles are set up at the beginning. If you go deep, and that is depth 4 and 5, you only need to get 5 activation disk to be able to claim victory over that goal. Now goal 3, narrow or broad, and this is related to journaling, and this also overlaps. Because everything that we do now is actually counting towards the first goal, because this, having the C star on the far right here, everything counts. Now what we need to focus on is making sure that all of those things happen in depth 2 and below. We have to make sure that happens. So that means that we need to make sure that we move the ingenuity up as quickly as possible. And with this, you can focus on the field symbol of the most owned type. So if you choose one field symbol to focus on, this is already, I'll shuffle it a little bit more. So you'll see that on the journal cards here. And we might go pretty deep here, so I'll give it some space. We have 4 to reveal. You see they all have these icons. They're the different types of journal types. The different journal types. We can focus on one, or we can try and get a set. There are 4 different types of journals actually. There are 4 different icons. And if you choose only one icon to focus on, then you need to get a total of 6 of them by the end of the game. If you choose broad, you need to have a set of 4 the different icons, which actually it's not that as difficult as you might think, because some of these journal pages, they actually have 2 different icons on them. You need to be able to get 2 sets of the 4 icons. So you need a total of 4 different icons. I mean, a set of 2 per icon of the 4 icons twice. So that's actually not that bad. Even narrow, actually. Narrow might be a little bit harder, actually. Well, it depends, and this is all luck dependent too, because we're at the mercy of the journal deck. So, because we don't know what we're gonna pull next from the deck, you know, what we're gonna draw next. So we're at the mercy of of this deck here. I'll just give it a little bit. Give it some more shuffle here. I already shuffled it earlier, but just for luck. All right. So that's pretty much it. So it's not as daunting as mission 1 because everything's overlapping, you know. So it's not as daunting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start. Now we started the C star for this mission. So we already got the first activation disc. I'm going to recruit. We're gonna have to start being able to get to the next. Well, that could also be accomplished by doing sonar, though, but which is fine. I think I'm gonna go with a pilot. And the reason for that is so I can get this moved up immediately. Oh no, because even with a pilot, you can only move navigation, coordination, reputation, or inspiration, which is actually not bad also, but let's think about this before we make a decision. Oh, and let's reveal the first bonus goal, of course. And it looks like a scholarly, so this is not too bad. Scholarly is one of the easier bonus goals in the game. You have to make sure that you do a lot of diving though with that. Okay. So I want to be able to get ingenuity going though, but we don't even have that choice here. So perhaps the best way to approach this one, we can only get one back. The problem with the pilot, though, the problem with recruiting the pilot, he doesn't do anything else but move vessels. Even after he's promoted, he can only move your vessels around. He doesn't do anything else, and that's a problem with the pilot there. And we have to do a lot in this mission. The only good thing here is, of course, you know, the overlapping mission goals. For the main mission goals, they're overlapping. Everything we do is going to count towards near or far. And of course, we're not given the choice, so we're doing near for near or far. And that's this column and everything to the left. It was we were lucky with the surface zone setup. Okay. Let me think about this though. I think we need to start diving. So we're definitely going to do some sonar activity immediately. And the captain can do that. Oh yeah, this is hard. I always say that at the beginning of the game, right? This is hard. It's just that it's not. You already have to start kind of strategizing in the very beginning. You know, what is it that you want to focus on? Because if you make the wrong moves during the earlier rounds, it's really gonna mess up the whole entire play session, mission attempt. So I'm gonna go with my gut, though. I think we really do need to get ingenuity going, so that way, because if we're stuck up here, we're fucked. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, we're fucked because. But that only really impacts shallow or deep. But it wants 12. And doesn't even include surface zone. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the pilot. I know, because I kept going back to pilot, but you don't get ingenuity with the pilot here. As a matter of fact, there's no ingenuity boost anywhere on the impact board. But perhaps I can start getting. I can get the inspiration. That way I can ensure that the inspiration or inspiration or the coordination, that they're important too. Let's go with the diver, because then I can the pilot, I mean. Because then we can move the ship here and we can get that one then we can't even do sonar. And we don't want to move here because doing anything over here is not going to be beneficial to us at all. Okay. I'll get the this is hard. We'll do the sonar operator, I think. Yeah, let's do that. And then we get one coordination. And then we get one after recruitment, we get one activation disk. We get to return one. So we get 3 to play with for round 1. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a sonar scan. It's going to be over here. It says 1 to 2, so that means we can only do tile 2. I mean, tile 1 is basically out of the game because we don't have to reveal anymore. So def 2, we have sea turtle migration and shipwreck. Shipwreck is going to give us the stats that we're looking for, which includes ingenuity. So I'm going to go with the shipwreck. And we're gonna place it down. It doesn't matter. Okay. Here or here, it doesn't matter. So we get one inspiration, one ingenuity, and then we need 8 random dive tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why this one actually is... Oh no, we can actually place it down here because they also want you to have the looking glass included for this game for Depth 2. And what happens is if you choose to do this, if you're able to pull a looking glass, then this gets moved. And then the looking glass will take over this spot. Because it says if the looking glass is discovered, it must go directly below the sea star. If a zone is already there, the discoverer moves that zone with everything on it to another space first. So, we'll just place it here for now. Okay. And then the next action I'm going to take is I'm going to go ahead and dive with the team leader. No, we're not going to dive. We're going to move just so that I can get the, yeah, this is great. Move here. And then we get ingenuity. And now we get a second vessel plus another activation disc. Now we can just not worry about ingenuity for the rest of the, unless we pull that bonus mission with ingenuity requirements. Because if we just focus on Depth 2, we just need to be able to get 12 things. That might be difficult. 12 activation disc on this row here. It's possible, but it's difficult. Okay, now I have another activation disc. We're gonna use this to dive because we're gonna be we're gonna need. Oh no, we're out of moves. I was gonna like, who's gonna dive? Nobody. All right, so that's round 1. Let's look at the second bonus goal and it's reputation and inspiration. So the first 2, and this is like almost the same setup as the previous mission that we played last night. So you can only shuffle that so much, you know. The bonus goal deck. Perhaps a better way to manage this is just to use randomize me or whatever that randomized website, and then just list those different bonus goals, and then we'll just use that to randomize what we get. That's probably I mean the effect is probably almost the same, but it's just seemingly when I manually shuffle I pretty much get almost the same one. So, but there are only like 6 cards in there, so what you gonna do, right? Now we're still hiring from specialist level 1. So I think now I need to get the pilot, and the reason why I say that is so that we can boost a stat that we want. And in this case, we want coordination, so we're going this way. And since we're going this way, I think, oh, that's kind of dangerous though. Because if you're going this way, you can choose this as your goal. But then the icon here for the journal that's gonna help you. Looks like it will have to be the arrow up. If that's gonna be the type that we're gonna be focusing on, that arrow type, the blue arrow up type journal pages, they're hard to come by because they mostly involve boosting your impact board scores. So they have like a number value to them, usually, I believe. So they don't show up very often. But that is the direction we need to go to if we want coordination. The reason why I really want coordination right now is so I can get both of my activation disk back. But I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the pilot so we get one activation disk. Let's go this way, that's fine. And then move this, and now once we get to this portion, we get 2 back. We get both of those back. Okay. And now we get 1 activation disk and then 2 back. So we got 4 to play with for this round. Okay. We need to move the ship because we're not gonna mess around up here. We're gonna go down this way, right? So we're gonna focus on these 2 depths here for everything that we do, because everything is gonna contribute towards near here. And we need to get 8 total, but it's only 8 total. It's the we have to get a total of 12 here, or we can just go crazy at depth 4 and 5. So because we only need 5 then, and then that seems to be more reasonable, but only if we're able to move this up to level 4 as quickly as possible. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move that move this down here. We're gonna use the pilot to do that, and then we get 1 reputation, and then we're gonna go ahead and use a sonar for the sonar operator, and that's gonna get us 1 coordination and 1 research point. The problem now is yeah, I think we have to do another sonar reading here, because problem now is now we're going depth 3. We can only reveal depth 3 tiles using this sonar here, sonar action. Okay, we still have 1 more, and we're going to use this to dive. When you dive at the shipwreck, you get 2 and you choose 1 to keep. So I have 1 that is 3 or 5 if you're willing to get rid of an activation disk, or we can do 3 research points or the ability to journal, which we can save. So I'm definitely not going to choose that one. That's a nice option though, the ability to journal at a later time, because we do need to get a total of 1 type of journal that has that we get 6 times, or the set of the 4 different icons twice. So I think we're gonna keep the journal action. Okay, so I'll put it in here. Okay, so that's round 2. Let's check round 3's bonus goal, and it is coordination and ingenuity. So we have to move everything on the player track all the way to the right. So this might be okay. Our bonus goals might be tolerable or doable. Definitely doable. Okay. Now we're still stuck at hiring level 1. I think we're gonna go with we can always go, we're not gonna go with a pilot. I think we have to go with the diver, because the diver can turn into can do journal once promoted anyway. So I'm gonna go with the diver here. So next round we can recruit from level 2. We get 1 activation disc, and then we get 2 back. I'm gonna grab 1 from the leader and 1 from the sonar operator. And that's it. We only have 3 activation discs. It's crazy. Okay, but we know that for the 2, we're gonna go ahead and scan, do a sonar scan right here. For depth 3, we're gonna place down here. So we have the jellyfish bloom and thermal vents. I think I might be going with thermal vents, and the reason why I say that is because we get 2 ingenuity if we discover that one. This one we get 2 coordination. This one is good too, to be honest. Actually, 2 coordination, and then we get 3 disc back. I think that's very attractive option. I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, let's do that. But the cool thing about the thermal vents is that now we can move to depth 3. Let me look at the general. Yeah, and then we have enough. Do we have enough points? No, we don't. We don't even have enough activation disc to be able to we'll be able to claim a journal page. So now, do you have to get both of these to get research points? Let's see. Thermal vents. When you claim a token from this dive site, gain 1 research for each. Oh, okay, for each of the discs of yours in the marked spot. And then for jellyfish bloom, if you have a disc in any of the marked spots, when you travel from this zone, gain 1 impact. Okay. They're both good options. Ugh. We don't have to do conservation. No, okay. You know what? Let's go with thermal vents. Let's go with thermal vents. So that's 1, 2. So now we're at level 3 for movement. Ingenuity. So now you need 4 here. All right. We'll still have 1 activation disc. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Reef diver. So we're gonna get 2 here and choose 1. So we can either get 4 research points or promote someone. I think I'm gonna go with that. And then 3 research points, or sonar, and then we already have one saved from earlier for journaling. I think I might go with promotion. And the reason why I say that is because we can promote the pilot and we can get one inspiration and one coordination, which actually gives us 2 activation disc next round, plus being able to grab 3 back. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna choose promote. We're gonna promote the pilot, so we get that back, and then we get the bonus of 1 inspiration and 1 coordination. Okay, and then we can take 1 more action. So I think now we're gonna move this ship down here. So, and then we get 1 ingenuity. I think I'm gonna stop here. We're halfway in to this game. Yeah, I woke up a little early today, and I ended up falling asleep last night. I was saying that I was gonna after I completed playing mission 1 last night of this game, I said I was gonna come back and play some video games, but I fell asleep in the bed, and then I woke up this morning. I was like, you know what? Let me let's play some Endeavor. But now I'm feeling a little tired, so I think I might just go back to bed for a little bit before I start my Saturday. So, but yeah, we're already halfway through. Things are looking optimistic, I think. The only issue that I'm seeing now is I need to just leave that ship there so that way I can reveal more tile too. But the problem with that is now we're spending too much time on the surface level, and that's the only problem. It's not problematic for near or far for this goal. That's easy to accomplish. It's gonna be problematic for these 2, or at least shallow or deep, because they want a 12 for you to get 12 for depth 2 and 3, 12 activation disc. They don't even include your vessel, so it's serious. Or we can get 5 for depth 4 and 5, but that of course requires us to keep working on ingenuity and revealing more tiles. So, and it looks like we'll run out of tiles to reveal. Yeah, we need to be able. Yeah, I'll stay over here. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's not move that ship. Let's try and get these done. Even if we don't get shallow or deep, I think we should be able to get the research and narrow or broad and near or far. At least get those 2. Goals accomplished, and then yeah, if we have those 2, and then we're able to keep we're able to accomplish these goals, these side goals, then we're gonna be able to win the game at the intermediate level. So things are looking optimistic. It's just I'm frustrated that I'm stuck here. I wish that these tiles have more these 2 have more sonar actions on them. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll continue this at a later time, potentially today. We'll see if I'm in the mood to keep playing this. But it's because this game is really fun. Every time I play it, I always have a good time playing it. I'm playing it more than I play my video games, seemingly. So yeah, it's a great game.